Okay, so in the today's class concept, we are gonna study about how to identify package and an activity on an emulator. Another option to identify package and activity name. Okay, so we are gonna study about these two concepts in the today's class. So in order to work on this emulator, so I have to open my emulator first. Hence, I'm going into the folder where exactly this one got installed. So it means Android SDK. So where in which I'm clicking on this AVD manager, Android virtual device manager. Okay, from those AVD, I would like to click on a single device. Okay, this is the device which I have. So I would like to start this. So select this, start this device. So it will take a couple of seconds in order to start this particular device. Fine. So as you know that in order to start this emulator, it will take a couple of seconds. So let's pass this. So from this emulator, what I'm doing means I'm clicking on this menu, from where I'm selecting these dev tools. Okay, I'm selecting these dev tools. From here, we can get information about the applications of whatever we are using. Okay, so package a browse. Okay, package a browser. Basically, I'm selecting this particular option, where in which it's gonna display all the apps available in your mobile. Okay, it's gonna display all the apps available in your mobile. So over here, for each and every app, it's gonna display this. Okay, for each and every app, it's gonna display the package and as well as the browser name. So here, what I'm doing right now means I'm gonna do a long press operation here, the same way what we did earlier, to get the information about that particular app. Okay, to get that information about that particular app, I just want to press a long press, which will get a detailed information about that particular one. Okay, so here I'm going to choose these dev tools. See here, package the summary. So it's going to display all the information here, all the activities. So here, browser light activity. So browser light activity, it is a different activity. So here, it's going to display the information about that activity here. So here, clear cut information about this one. com.facebook.browser.light is a package name, and the last one, browser light activity, is the activity. Okay, so from here we can get this information. From the developer tools we can get that particular information. But the most important point of which we need to consider is whenever we are trying to work on Android virtual devices, it's gonna take more time. Okay, so it's not possible for you to simply execute the script within a few seconds. In order to work on these Android virtual devices, it will take more time for us. Okay, it will take more time for us. Okay, So the next point of what we need to do out over here is, whereas in Mac it's faster to execute the script on virtual devices. Okay, so in a Mac the speed of execution is faster, whereas in an Android, in a real devices, it's faster. Okay, cool. Done up to here. So the point out over here is, in the Android environment we usually execute scripts on real devices rather than virtual devices. Okay, so we usually execute the script on a real devices rather than a virtual devices. Okay, so fine. So the next point of what we need to consider is, okay, so we need to identify package and activity. For that, what we need to do means, we have already installed APK info app to our mobile device to perform this. Right, in order to perform this one, we have already installed this one. So the another option which we have is, we need to install activity launcher to our mobile phone. Okay, activity launcher is another app which we need to use. Okay, activity launcher is another app which we need to add to our mobile devices. So that's another app which we can add to our mobile device, using which we can identify the package name and as well as an activity name. We can identify the package name and as well as an activity name using another app which is an activity launcher. So we need to add this app to our mobile device. So here, let me add a point out over here. So start the virtual device. So I'm making steps out over here. Start the virtual devices. Click on a menu button, and then from the menu button I'm clicking on, from the list of options I'm clicking on a DAO tools. Click on a DAO tools. All the installed apps will display. Click on the desired app. It will take few seconds to load the page. So let me click on that one too. So I just clicked on that one. So here, so once this one was done, the next point is, scroll down, you can find all activities list and click on any one of the desired activity, which will display detailed information about package and activity. Okay, package and as well as an activity, it's gonna display the clear cut information. That's it. So here, this is the one from where I'm clicking on this browser light. Okay, so let me paste this screenshot. So here I'm just clicking on browser light activity, then it's gonna display the information about that browser light activity. That's it. So this is the way how can we get the package name and as well as an activity name on a virtual devices as well. Okay, how can we get the package name and as well as an activity name on a virtual device? Okay, fine. So here we have studied that what is the need of this package name and as well as an activity name. Whatever the application you want to execute, it has a multiple activities. So based on our need, we will specify the desired activity so that APM will launch that activity itself. Okay, on the app it will launch that particular activity itself. Fine. So here let me make a point another here. Let me make a note of another point. Okay. So here install activity launcher app to our mobile device. This is another way to identify both the package and the activity name. This is another way using which we can identify this one. The only option what we need to do is we need to install this app to our mobile device. Okay, so we need to install this activity launcher app to our mobile device. So whenever we install this app to our mobile device, using that we can get the entire information about